Now we starting the interview. This is a nameless interview channel back, and I am with
Smoughenjoyer, bro. Live in the cut.
Hell yeah. Should be so man.
I mean, how do you feel about having to try an interview while getting punctured a billion times by needles?
Man, thank you for asking questions. Not a lot of motherfuckers be asking me questions. But you know what? I think it's actually kind of helpful, you know. It helps me, like, kind of have something else to focus on than just, like, only think about, God, I'm getting tatted right now, needle poking.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Sure, a little distraction.
And also, I was thinking about it, too, like, goddamn, if the pain gets too much, I might just have to cancel this interview. No, I should be good, hopefully. Right, I
got a light touch. Even though my shit looks kind of mean sometimes, it doesn't feel that way.
I guess. Okay, you know what? That's a good question to start off with, man. You got a most painful tattoo. Did someone really like dig deep in your body on them?
Oh yeah, definitely. Really? My stomach tattoo. I damn near passed out going to the bathroom. I had been like getting, you know, the mag, like the needles with like a row, set row of a lot of needles, and that shit had been working for, like, getting into my shit for hours on end, bro, and it took forever, and I was like, that shit gave me like low key like tattoo trauma. I couldn't get tattooed for a minute after.
Really?
Yeah, that shit was intense.
So man, even for you, some of fully tattooed individuals, some of the shit gets too much for you.
Oh yeah, sometimes. Dude, I do not like getting tattooed. I'm over it as soon as it starts. I'm like, my homies hate tattooing me because I'm such a bitch. Yeah. Okay, I'll come out and say that right now. I'm a fucking bitch.
Man, and it's human, man. Do not worry. Do not judge yourself if you is, man.
Yep.
Okay, so I guess the first obvious question, I think we asked in the beginning too, but go over it. What got you into this shit, man? What was the beginning of it at all?
Shout out my ex-girlfriend, Baby Angel Tattoo. She kind of set that all up. We got together when she was still coming up and stuff. And then I was getting more and more interested in it, and I was more and more around it because I was around her a lot, and I met a lot of people and stuff. Started getting tattooed a lot out of boredom, kind of, I guess. So, you know, I have raging ADHD, so I kind of get like obsessions. When I was younger, I was collecting horror movies. Like, I probably got like 200 horror movies in 1 year when I was, I want to say like 11, 12 maybe.
God, so wait, what started that one, man? What started the addiction with that?
I don't know, honestly. I just got diagnosed with ADHD like a few years ago, so I didn't know that it was kind of a trait I had through that. So I just got like compulsive, uncontrollable collection mania. Like, I've been collecting the weirdest stuff. Always like rocks when I was little, stuff like that. I was just teddy bears, a lot of stuff. I've just had a collecting gene, I guess, and now it's tattoos, obviously. I got my first tattoo like 4 years ago.
Oh shit! So yeah. It's pretty. So wait, then was this in just the 4 year span? All this was done, man.
Yep.
Goddamn.
And now I have my forehead done, and you know, it's kind of, it's a more permanent kind of, what's it called, compulsive thing. But I treat it the same way as getting the horror movies back when I was little. It's
building a little collection.
Yeah. Yeah.
But wait, so what space do you have left? Do you have any parts of your body you still want to get
I have the top of my feet, and I have the back of my knees, my armpits, and then, you know, more in the face, but that's kind of I do think a bit more about that. Don't jump into it like as recklessly. But yeah, that's kind of what I got left.
So how about the forehead tat then? What was the push for that, man?
My hairline pushing back? No. No.
Oh, but you're dropping.
No, I just thought it would look really cool. And I have an amazing homie. Shout out Sergey Romashov. He's a fucking genius, bro. He freehands everything. So, you know, he just goes in with the marker and then straight tattoos it in. And he did that. We did 2 sessions on my forehead, both symmetrical. And he will draw that up in no time. And it'll be a super simple sketch, and then he'll just go in and make a crazy masterpiece. So shout out Sergi.
Shout out Sergi. But I guess that gets into another thing, man. How did you find your process? How did you find what worked for you for the tattoo and shit, making your designs?
So I was shout out shout out Kelvin. It's all shout out.
We're gonna have a whole lot of tags.
Shout
in
out
this shit.
Kelvin, Human Nature.
Mhm.
One of my best friends in the whole world. He was like my artistic crush or whatever you want to call it, like my artistic awakening. I just loved how he did compositions and mixed. It's very like Japanese manga, anime-esque inspiration in a lot of the work. So I actually went ahead and flew all the way to Norway, to get a rip tattoo by him, like you're doing right now with me.
Yeah.
We just had we kicked it so hard, we hit it off, and we just stayed in contact. I hosted him when he was in Denmark. I told him if he needed a place, like he could always hit me up. So he did.
Oh yeah.
And then he kind of took me under his wing.
Was he like a tattoo mentor, would you say?
Yeah, definitely a mentor role. Like I would come to him with questions and stuff, and he even let me tattoo him. Like one of my first tattoos ever was on my artistic idol, if you want to say, which was a crazy feeling. It's like if you're really into guitaring and you get private lessons from Jimi Hendrix or some shit, you know. So that was big. That was a big thing for me.
Shit. Okay, yeah, let me think what else. I'll be honest, sometimes I have the brain fart moments.
Dude, you're getting tattooed, like your brain must be all over the place.
Yeah, no. To be honest, the tattoo is actually calming in its own way for me.
All right, that's good.
But I'd say, let's see what next. Ooh, inspirations for your style, man. Where do you get your style from?
Yeah, okay, so what I look for is initially just, for me, what's pleasing to look at. So I don't look for meaning or like deep stuff. I actually go in post creating a collage, and then I see little like stories they built from the mess, kind of.
Yeah.
So I try and make meaning, or like just create a little story through the piece. It's not always that it's like that, but sometimes like, oh, this means this means that. And I just basically get inspiration from a lot of stuff I see outside. Also use just funny references or whatever, like free to use stuff. With people like have funny logos, I love seeing like small businesses, and stuff like that. If they have like a fun motto or something, I'll throw that in there sometimes. So it's just taking inspiration from the world, really, and then putting it together in an interesting way, I guess. It's a lot of like duality stuff, like good and evil, cute and mean, all this stuff. It's kind of like my favorite stuff to work with. I also do obviously a lot of manga stuff. So it's a bit of everything that I love, and then thankfully people also kind of resonate with that. So
yeah, do you think for your tattoo style, man, do you try to change it to what people want, or is it always just going to be a reflection of you?
That's actually something I spoke with my friend Keenan about yesterday. I had a big crisis probably a year and some change into my career, because the way everything was going in the scene, which was like sprouting as we were creating,
of course,
it wasn't established, you know what I mean? So it kind of, the meta quickly became abstract and kind of architectural or gothic and stuff like this. That's and still that is what's the most popular, I would say.
I would say, yeah. I mean, I even myself, I have a castle on me. A lot of that stuff.
Yeah,
really
I do too. Like, but I had a big thing with like, I would feel like a sellout if I changed to just that. But I was thinking about it because I was like, I see everyone around me really be doing it big with that kind of stuff, and I also wanted to just tattoo a lot. So I was like, would I get more clients if I kind of tried creating my own abstract style or whatever? And I have been dabbling a little bit. I do freehand sometimes, but this is really my passion, And I kind of had to make a decision, like, am I gonna sell out and try and do that and to see if that would make me more popular, or do I try to stick with my guns and just do the best I can with this stuff and then make it? And then thankfully now it's what I do.
Hell yeah.
Most of, right? Yeah.
Now, speaking on that, though, then, man, have you ever lost a passion for this shit? Like, it ever felt like...
bro. This is my calling. Yeah, definitely. And, I've always searched for a calling. We spoke about this before the interview. The existential crisis of young people and wanting to create something and wanting to do something they love but not being able to find it. I was suffering from that big time. You know, I was studying, like I said, and it was just not my passion. It was
It was for other people.
yeah, it was not for me. And again, like at this time, I didn't know I had ADHD, which is a factor now. I realize was really also making stuff like that difficult for me because I have so much stuff going on in my head, and I had a hard time staying in school. I didn't understand why I was so bad at going to school, but kind of found out.
So now speaking on the ADHD thing, man, what do you think that described or helped you understand in your life? Like, reflection of you, how did that help you having that diagnosis, man?
Probably my drive, like my undying need to keep pushing with this tattoo stuff. I relax when I work only. When I do not tattoo, I think about tattooing. I do designs. It's all encompassing kind of for me. So my head is the most silent when I'm tattooing. So that's what I want to do all the time.
And did you feel that, like, the first moment you ever tattooed, you knew, like, immediately, this is it?
Oh no, like it's the learning curve on. Like in the beginning, you think there's so many things going on in your head, like, oh, I don't want to fuck up and stuff like that. And I found when I stopped fearing, that's when the real good tattoos came out, because then suddenly, when you let yourself go a little bit more, then it's like, it just becomes more. I don't know how to put it in words. English is not my first language, by the way.
Some shit can't even be put into words, man.
Yeah,
it's more of a feeling than you can describe.
It is, definitely. It's just amazing, man, honestly. And the thing I also told you, with the thing of leaving some of me in people and like kind of be with people on their journeys or whatever, it's just a wonderful thing, bro. Like,
True.
Blessing. Shout out all my fucking clients, dude.
Oh, okay, speaking on that then, so would you give us your best and worst client experience?
Best and worst client experience.
Best and worst.
All right, I might need a second to think. This is up there, bro. Like, it's cool. It's cool chatting and shit.
Thank you, man. That means the world.
For sure. Oh, worst client experience. I think the worst client experiences is the times when people kind of treat us, I'm saying us now broadly, niche artists as like regular, like the way they contact us, like if you were to go in a regular shop, when we're obviously niche artists, like you can go into the closest walk-in shop and get this tattoo you're inquiring for.
Yeah.
Like, I think that is always the hardest to deal with, because we are a subgenre, we're a niche, right?
Absolutely.
So being treated as like just any other tattoo artist is kind of frustrating sometimes. And it resonates through the session often. If it's a project I take, I usually don't, but yeah, it's just a little bit of
yeah, no, I don't really understand, because I'm not one versed in the tattoo. What do you mean by, like, they treat you like you're going into a shop? Do they just send you
so when you look at my tattoos, right? Obviously I specialize in one kind of thing.
Your thing.
Yeah, my thing, right? So when people come and ask me for a little flower or stuff like that, I'm like, I don't feel like they have taken a look at my work, really, because that, I don't know, maybe I'm a dickhead for saying this, but
no, I understand what you mean. Like,
it's just like the expectation of people coming to you for your specific style and art. I think that's how I want to put it. Yeah.
No, I can understand that though. Like, you could go to someone who can give you that flower, but those aren't the tattoos you
Yeah,
make.
and I also want to say, it's not that those people are like bad people for coming in with me the idea, because they're just not in the scene, you know, like they're just regular people, and that's totally cool. But yeah, it just always makes the project a bit more like less, I don't know, less cool.
Now, I would feel like less personal in a way. Like,
yeah.
It's not your work.
It's not my work, obviously. I can't put my, like, I want, when people look at my stuff, they can see, oh, that's a smoughenjoyer piece right there, right? And I just want to be able to produce that. Like, I can do these other tattoos. It's not about that. It's about leaving my signature.
Leaving a piece of you. Well,
Yeah.
Isn't so much a piece of you, yeah. Let's see what. Oh, What's been your favorite destination on this trip, man?
Oh, this trip? Damn. I mean, Miami is fucking lit, bro. I can't lie.
If y'all can see the view from. Oh yeah, you guys can. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
It's
dude.
so beautiful.
We're up here on the
Oh my
32nd
God.
floor in the condo, trapping it out. It's a beautiful thing, man. Yeah, me and Keenan out here. Shout out Digital Bloodstain.
I'm tagging his ass too.
Yeah, of course. He, yeah, we're really living it up out here, and it's so awesome, dude. Like, coming from such a cold northern country and we just saw manatees like fucking swim by, and it's just a fucking outlandish thing for me, bro.
Most beautiful creatures, truly.
Literally, gentle giants.
No, I was thinking about it. Like, I know hippopotamuses be in the water, but they feel like the
They're
sea.
dangerous, bro.
Hippos or manatees?
No, hippos.
I've heard they're like evil
They're
creatures.
crazy.
No, I feel like from a distance they have a similarity to them.
For sure.
Oh, but no, there is something. I guess coming as a Floridian, it's a little bit different. I never really appreciated like how special of a creature a manatee
I
is.
feel you.
know?
I
It's
feel
just-
you.
It's so different from anything else out there. Really.
Literally.
Oh,
Yeah, for sure.
no, but speaking on that, what's like nature-wise? What's your favorite part about where you live, man?
I mean, right now I live in Berlin, so it's like the street foxes. Like, there's not a lot of wildlife in the streets of Kreuzberg, I'll say. But no, back in Denmark, there's badgers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so badgers. There's very few badgers in Denmark. I've never seen one, but it's my big dream to see a wild badger. But they're super rare and super timid, So I probably won't, but.
And
I like
so
to.
rare, like timid. They kind of hide from humans. and
Yeah,
whatnot.
they're like night creatures or whatever. So, yeah, when people say they've seen one, I'm like, I don't believe you.
You lying? Show me the
Yeah,
picture.
you
Show
lie,
me the
yeah.
evidence. Oh,
Yeah.
shit. But no, actually, speaking on one thing, you said your English bad, which I 100% disagree with. Where'd you learn your English from, man?
Dude, GTA, bro. When I was a little kid playing GTA, I was a big gamer when I was little.
Yeah.
So, yeah, a lot of games, a lot of games. I wasn't allowed to have GTA though. My mom, she was not about that. But I went to my homie's crib all the time, and his mom did not give a fuck. So,
Oh yeah.
Vice City and shit like that when I was a little kid. I remember tricking my mom into giving me a PS3 just so I could buy it. I got an older kid to buy it for me.
Oh shit. So wait, how did your mom feel about that back then? She ever find out?
I just told her it was every time she came in my room, I was just driving cars, so I just said it was a car game.
Fair enough. Right. Okay. Let's see another thing. You speaking on like addictions to collecting shit. What's the collecting addiction right now, man?
Probably collecting creations. So me doing a lot of tattoos is like I create little memories of them. It's not so much materialistic anymore, and I would consider myself still addicted to getting tattoos, but not at all as much as I used to, because I fucking hate the pain. Actually,
Which again is fair, man. This shit at the end of the day, you're
dude,
doing.
this is literally needles going into your body over
You
and over and over
traumatizing
and
your
over and
body.
over.
Real shit.
Yeah. So, no, definitely still tattoo-related addiction.
Let's see. Oh, what's the end goal, man? With all this tattoo
End
shit?
goal, bro.
End goal.
To be able to do it until my back gives out. Literally.
Okay, real
Yeah.
shit. So just keep on going until you can't no more.
Exactly.
Hell yeah.
That's it. I could not see myself doing anything else. I mean, yeah, I would like to do. I like stepping out into doing more collab work and stuff with like brands and stuff, which is really cool. So definitely creating like that is cool as well. I'd never considered it, but I've done a few things now, and I really enjoy that process too.
No, but speaking of the brand and shit, didn't you just do some shit with Diesel or something?
Yeah, so I tattooed Damiano. Shout out Damiano. Tattooed him a few years back, and and he became the brand ambassador. I think first male brand ambassador for Diesel.
Wow.
And
good on
so
him.
they did. So they did work together, and they included the tattoos I've done on him, on different t-shirts, hoodies, like tight see-through shirts, stuff like that, with all his tattoos on. So yeah, that was super interesting, for sure.
Oh, so I was gonna ask like how'd that work out, but was he just like, hey, can I use your shit for some shirts or something?
So
or what?
they're they came up with the idea. So
Mhm.
so the concept of using the tattoos was on them, and then obviously, I had to give permission and whatever.
Mhm.
But I think it came out really sick. I'm super stoked on having my
All-
work.
Yeah, all the pieces
Work on
were
it.
beautiful from what I was seeing.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, for sure.
So wait, what was your first introduction to tattoos? Not like how you got
Can I ask you
into it.
something, bro?
I'll ask away, man.
How did you get into this scene, like the scratcher scene, so to speak, or the
Shit.
Eurotrash scene?
Instagram.
Yeah.
Instagram like a dog.
Yeah.
I cannot lie. I was just scrolling through Instagram one day. I found it, and then it became an addiction. I kept on finding more and more artists in Europe, New York, LA. They were just everywhere, man. And I fell in love. Because I knew I wanted to get tattoos, but traditional. No hate against any of these other styles. Traditional realism, they're great, but it never clicked. I don't know.
I understand completely.
I liked those pieces, but I just knew when I saw what I wanted, I would have that feeling. And then I did. It was just, I
Yeah.
think the first tattoo was with Ultra Lightwave. Shout out him.
Shout out Daniel.
Man, great tattoo artist, bro.
Definitely.
He gave me my first one. It was just such a great experience overall, and I fell in love ever since, truly.
Yeah.
Like, it was kind of the same thing with you. I just want to keep on collecting, man. I want my body to be a piece of art one day. To
Definitely.
Like, put this shit in a museum or something.
Yeah, and you know what? I actually have had this thought for a while I wanted to do. I haven't fully conceptualized it yet, but I have this idea of doing like, like an art gallery show where like people come and they look at paintings on the wall and stuff. I really want to get a few artists together, and then we have our clients stand as the art pieces, just like up against the wall or whatever,
Like those pieces from the exhibition.
Yeah, exactly. And then have people walk around and look at our work on skin, like on their bodies, live and direct. I think that would be so sick.
Oh, that'd be gnarly, man.
So, but you know what? The whole like managing stuff and like putting stuff like that together, like with my ADHD, that's one of the things I really struggle with.
Really? What you mean, just like putting the plan into work,
Yeah.
really making it work
Yeah,
out?
kind of. Like from paper to reality.
Let's see. So, if you wasn't tattooing, what would you be doing, man?
I would probably still be bartending at Warpix. Shout out Warpix.
Shout out Warpix, man.
Yeah, no. I don't know, bro. Honestly, I would have found my way. I never feel like I would have been completely lost. I've always managed and always been able to get something going for myself. So I wouldn't be super nervous that I would have nothing, but I definitely wouldn't be as happy and stuff like I am right now.
Fulfilled, yeah.
Fulfilled, dude.
No, actually, that kind of talks on something. I was talking with Keenan outside about it for a second. Did you ever feel like this shit wasn't going to work out? Like, man,
Dude,
fuck.
you know what? The goal was never for it to work out. Actually, it was
Really?
it was just having fun.
That's fair
And
enough,
then
man.
it took a turn suddenly pretty quick where I was like, okay, wait, we can actually just do this. We can just do this, right? But again, I also am fully aware that we are in a niche culture. We're a niche wave of artists, and it's very trend based, and you never know how tomorrow is going to look and how everything kind of evolves, right? So
No, that's a very fair point.
I do not feel like I can just rest easy. Like now I do tattoos and I get good bookings. I have a lot of bookings. So now I'm set, right? No, I don't feel like that at all. I feel like any day this shit could switch up and then it's done. So it's also just and you know what? I'm fine with it. Of course you evolve with it as well, actively. But yeah, I'm also fine with times changing and whatever, and just really living it up right now.
Being a part of this moment.
Yeah, exactly. Having been a founding kind of, I don't want to take any credit whatsoever, but kind of been there from the early stages,
One of
like
the first few tattoo artists doing this.
you know,
kind of stuff,
like trying out new stuff. I think that's a really special thing that I'll always take with me and be proud of, super proud of.
And let's see, outside of Eurotrip, I guess like this style, scratcher and shit, is there any other type of tattoos you really fuck with? What outside of like
Yes.
the tattoo artists who do this? What
Yes.
other tattoo artists you really
Celtic
fuck with?
tattoos.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, shit.
Viking tattoos.
Ooh.
I'm Danish, so I don't know. There's just something about the intricate, knots and the way they kind of weave everything in. I think is super super special and sick.
Very true.
It's not. I don't know if I would get it anymore, but
Oh, do you have some already?
me thinking about it, dude. I have so many. I don't even know what I have anymore. I have yeah. I have like at the bottom here.
Oh, that's gnarly. I see.
Yeah, some Celtic cross stuff. I think that's pretty rad. I appreciate it when I see like old people out with that. So, but no. I mean, I have a lot of people I want tattoos from, but yeah.
Okay, so I guess a few questions from that then. I guess I had one, but I can't remember the first one. The second one then. What do you when someone tells you, or if you have people tell you this, what do you say back when someone says like you're gonna hate these tattoos when you're old? Like you're not gonna fuck when you're old and you're not gonna fuck with them.
So the whole concept of getting tattoos have always been agreed upon that it's something that should last forever. In my eyes and in a lot of my peers' eyes, it's just a moment in time, and it's kind of encapsulating memories and feelings from a certain time in your life. And if you feel like you move on for that, a lot of us, we just get what's called blastovers, right? We just get stuff on top of the old stuff, and then it gets a new life and a new look.
Yeah.
Which I am very much a fan of and do. So for me, I will never regret my tattoos. I'll just evolve.
No, and I think you speak on something I actually totally agree with that I speak on too. Even if you grow to not like your tattoos, there is a point in your life when you love those things. It holds a special place in your memory. At some point, this represented me. At some point, this is something I love, you know? And you grow with time, but it'll be a memory forever on you.
Exactly. How you feeling right now, bro?
Actually, I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah?
The only thing I got is my arm is fucking like passed out. Like this arm's
Which
dead.
one?
This one.
Oh, move it
Feel
around.
my fingertips.
You can put it over yourself if you want to a little bit. That's fine with me.
Let's see what else.
What's your goal, bro?
My goal, I need this stuff. I create something beyond me.
You have a thirst for information and discovery, I feel.
It's really, I find the thing is I found in my life is like, I love people, man. I love to hear another story, someone else's story. And this is a hard thing for me to deal with too, because I think about it a lot. I'm a hella anxious individual. It's hard for me to start a conversation with someone I don't know, but I want to learn about everyone. I want to learn every intricacy of your life. Like, what led you to be the man you are today? What led you to be the person you are today? Why are you that way? And you know, that's definitely something. I mean, and I think you present yourself great. The way you approach people with humility and genuine interest, I think is really cool. I would not have taken like an interview just off anyone. So I think you do it in a decent way for sure. Thank you so much, man. That actually truly means the world.
For sure.
So, no, yes. Let's see things that make you, man. So, if I may ask, how was the childhood life? How was the childhood, man?
Childhood was safe and I don't want to say boring. I hope my mom won't see this, but I came up privileged. I was just a fucking rowdy kid, underlying ADHD, undiagnosed, which makes a lot of sense now. But yeah, you know, I was like class clown. Wasn't doing great in school. Wasn't doing bad. You know, underachiever. Had potential, but never really used it. So. Yeah, I had a good childhood, bro. I had a good childhood. I have a safe home. I had a nuclear family, all that stuff. So
then, how did you get introduced to all that Berlin, the raves, the fucking?
I think it's just been like seeking out thrills, and like pushing boundaries. So I was a bit bored as a kid, I would say. I think that's why I always acted out a little bit. I wasn't a crazy kid, but you know, I was smoking weed a little bit, and my mom found out, and she started crying and stuff.
You know, I had the same shit, I think. And were you high during that time?
No, I came home high a lot, but I think I concealed it a lot. That's
good.
She's gullible, so I kind of took her around the ring, which is sorry, mom, but.
No, actually speaking, I actually had a.
It's to protect her feelings too, you know.
Oh, absolutely. Too. You know, And I think, at least with mothers, because I had a similar experience. My mom caught me smoking some weed, and she broke down right in front of me.
Yeah.
And I was high as fuck, too, so I was like, I ended up crying, too. I was like,
Oh
oh,
my
my
God.
God, I'm not going to get high again.
Did you get high again?
Oh, I smoked next weekend,
Fuck
bro.
yeah,
Shit.
of course you did.
But it's just, I guess, for me, at least with my mother, it was a fear, I guess a fear for her that I wasn't going to end up as much. So it was always like,
Sure.
if I smoke weed, I got to make sure I'm at least doing some shit too.
Sure, yeah.
I don't want to just be like sitting around just smoking weed.
No,
all
but
day.
that's good. Like, at least you, with that in mind, that's the way you don't end up like a bum, bro. It's the people who are unaware that they're going down, being bummy a little bit, and not really thinking about it actively. That's the people who actually end up like that. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking on that, man, have you ever felt like you were starting to go down the wrong path?
No.
Really? If you always
I
had to
don't.
say it. Hell yeah.
I don't. I always, I never wanted to become a big name or anything like this. I never sought out fame and fortune and stuff. I was always very content with the thought of living like a regular person's life. I wouldn't mind like if some more exciting shit happened in my life, but I was never afraid of that. I was just afraid of not being able to provide for myself, probably, or like not provide for myself, but like I liked living decently, and I kind of didn't know if I was gonna be able to do that for myself.
Yeah, I get. So then, what is living for you, man? Like, I guess there's surviving,
Sure.
being alive and whatnot.
Sure, and that actually is something I think a lot about, and I save my money a lot, just for the fact that the fear of falling off or like ending in a bad situation.
And kind of like you said, this is a trend. At some point, this might fade out.
Yeah, exactly.
You
So
never
just reaping the fruits of it, and then just always being prepared if something happens. No, but now living, like the meta of living for me has definitely changed. I'm doing so much amazing stuff right now, and you know what? Being able to just do this a little bit more would be enough for me. I could die happy with a smile on my face based off just what I've done already.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, it's hard to put into words for me, but I feel like I've done enough for where I'm like proud of myself, I would say. But I'm obviously gonna keep pushing it. This is just the beginning,
yeah.
but just to mention that I really feel like satiated with what I've done so far already.
With your experiences in life.
Yeah. The last 3 years I've had a lifetime of experiences.
Oh yeah. I guess speaking on that, man, if you had to say anything to anyone out there who's kind of like scared to actually get out and work, because that's something I would do with like scared to really like just take that fucking jump, what would you have to say to them?
You know what? I don't even know if I can say something really, because I've always been a person who's dreamed of stuff but never really just went out and done something. So I really don't know what I would say, bro. Maybe just like...
You don't have to have anything to say.
No, but I want to put a few words on it. It's just... Don't just jump into something if it's really unrealistic. I kind of want to... You know, the popular thing is just do it and just all of this. I want to say really think about it, because I have that survivor mentality kind of with it. Really think about it, like go over the scenarios. If it fails, what then, stuff like that.
Yeah.
That being said, chase your dreams, of course. But yeah, don't be too reckless. Don't be too reckless.
Oh yeah, don't get sucked in that.
I know, you know, it's popular to just be like, just do it, and like, oh, all this stuff. Like, yeah, just do it, but don't go full on. Like, it's a kind of a miracle, I feel like, that I made it. You know, I dropped out of school. I didn't have much left of school, and I chose to drop out and just. I got my neck tattooed when I didn't have. I had the bar job, but nothing else, and that's in a country like Denmark. That's still off-putting. For a lot of people. I
kind of thought Europe was the place that was really accepting of
tattoos. A lot of places are, yeah, and it's not that bad, but it's not like people stare at you for sure. Like when I jump on the subway in Copenhagen, I definitely get stares a lot. In Berlin, never, because there's always some fool in like the close proximity who looks even crazier than you. But Denmark, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And so how did you feel about that? Did you ever get self-conscious because of the stairs or anything?
You know what? Sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
people think it's to get a lot of attention, and it's actually it's always been for myself, just myself,
Yeah.
because I used to work out a lot too, and I had super like crazy body dysmorphia and whatever. So it's always been important for me to build my armor, kind of, and tattooing. Like every time I got a new tattoo, I felt more and more like myself. So it was kind of a thing for me to feel great in my own skin, kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel about that. How you?
No, I guess that was actually something that I hear a lot. I was kind of thinking about it in a second. Is it kind of is an armor in a way? It's a protection, like not a literal protection
No,
of yourself.
of course.
But it's like, I guess an expression and a protection of your image in your own mind. Of
Yeah.
who you think you are. It's an expression of that.
Yeah, and just like expressing yourself and exactly how you want to look.
Oh, one thing I've been thinking about recently, man. What's your opinion on that scarification stuff?
Ooh, for me it's very scary because
nice.
I'm very, very afraid of needles and knives. So the thought of it really scares me. I have a lot of friends with scarification. I think it looks great on them, but I could never get it myself.
Have you seen it? I don't really know. What is the process on that stuff? Just
Okay, so scarification people tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure you make a small incision and then you put in some kind of numbing thing, and then you cut the outline of the design and then you peel it off. I'm pretty sure.
Oh my.
Yeah, I'm not a professional. I do
Yeah.
not know what I'm talking about at all, but that's what I've led to believe.
No, still, it's really awesome. Scary.
And that's gnarly.
stuff.
Yeah, it's real gnarly.
No, big respects to anyone out there.
Definitely,
who does scarification.
definitely.
That's big, crazy stuff.
Definitely.
Ooh, do you make any other types of art, man, or are you only tattoo artist?
So I've been thinking about doing some clothes and stuff, just because a lot of people hit me up and like, this would look great on a T-shirt. Some of my collages, I don't have it all conceptualized too. So I'm not entirely sure how I want to do that, but definitely someday smoughenjoyer merch will be out there.
Watch out for it. It'll come one day.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Let's see what else.
Have you ever thought about tattooing?
I'm not a drawer, man. That's the thing. It's never
Bro,
even crossed
me neither.
my-
Me neither.
So wait, how'd you get into it if you can't? Because truly,
So there's one thing that is coming up with drawings and stuff. Like
Yeah.
when I used to draw collages, I did not have fun, dude. I was so perfectionistic and stuff. I feel like I was going to battle. You know, a lot of people relax when they do their arts and painting stuff. I did not relax.
Really?
Yeah, and it got under my skin. I got really irritated if something didn't come out as I had envisioned it. So that was not, like, I knew if I'm ever gonna do something, it has to be like super fast-paced digital stuff or whatever. So yeah, man, that's not even a thing that you need to worry about just to become a tattooer.
oh yeah, I guess that's true enough. I could just not borrow the design, but like take the designs from online and like kind of, what do you do? Just like take the images and it seems like black and white then?
And then I tweak the contrast of stuff and like the roughness and like the what's it called, pixelation, stuff like that, you know. So yeah.
Gosh, I had a question in my mind. See if I can remember. Oh yeah, what was this perfection you were searching for in your tattoos? Was there like an image in your mind? There's like, it needs to look like this, but
Yeah.
it just wouldn't or something?
Yeah, I had a feeling. It wasn't even like an image, like a clear image. It was just like a feeling I wanted to end up with. And if it did not, then I would be super, super mad. It would ruin my whole day.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay, shit.
definitely.
And what was just like doing that with more and more time? Did you get closer to that perfection?
I did not, bro. No.
Really?
Yeah, I did not. And I didn't have the patience, again, with the ADHD stuff. Like, I had a hard time controlling it. So no, I just knew that I could not do it. If that was the only way, I could not do it.
Ooh. Has there ever been any place you visited that was like a big culture shock, man? Like it was just so different than what you were used to.
New York, bro.
Really?
Yeah, going out to New York, fucking loved it there. I was like, I want to move here. I
Oh,
really
yeah.
found my people out there, bro, on this
Mhm.
trip. Yeah. Shout out to everyone out there, bro.
Shout out New
For
York,
real,
man.
yeah. Brooklyn is I feel like I was made to live there.
What's so different about them? What was
It's just like it's so vibrant and like
Mhm.
it's just life on every corner is just it's just yeah, there's just so much going on.
Mhm.
Opportunity there is great. It's great for to explore this kind of stuff too and
Yeah, I feel like, especially as a tattoo artist, you'd have options out. There's so much going on. Ooh, you got any like client pet peeves?
client pet peeves.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't fucking come to a session malnourished and hungover.
Oh.
Everyone knows this. Don't do it.
But I'm assuming there's some motherfuckers who have come.
Yeah,
malnourished.
all the time.
So
I
what-
mean, we make it happen. It just takes a little longer to put the skin, like the ink in there, because my technique is so delicate, you know, and it really requires the skin to be in its best
condition.
condition
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah. So, don't do that. Stop doing it.
Eat good before the tattoo. Don't drink the night.
I can do it. You can't. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Shit. And let's see what else. Man, yeah. Man, but there's so much more I know there is to your life, man. I just need to figure out. That's one thing I think about a lot, actually. Thank you for giving me a chance to talk about my shit too.
Definitely.
A lot of this interview stuff. Truly, the whole focus is on whoever I'm interviewing.
For sure.
Sometimes it's nice to talk to though. And
Yeah.
one thing that kind of gets to me is like constantly thinking about like, what is the question that will get someone to open up about themselves? What is that
Yeah.
like special question?
Yeah.
That like truly get someone to open up and
Yeah.
like flourish as
Yeah.
themselves.
Yeah.
Man.
Totally.
Shit, let's see. So yeah.
I feel like I'm you know, being a tattoo artist is both being an artist, but it's also being an unlicensed therapist.
Really?
So yeah, dude, when you're vulnerable in the hands of another person, you just tend to be able to open up about other vulnerability when you're already in the state of being vulnerable, you know? So I hear everything, dude. I hear everything and that makes me want to open up too. I'm also a person I like to share whatever. So that's a big part of it too for a lot of people. A lot of people don't like it, but I don't mind it at all.
Right, I do think, and even itself, a tattoo can be a therapeutic thing.
Oh yeah,
in
most
its own way,
definitely.
absolutely.
I always called it pain therapy when I got tattooed.
Let's see. Ooh, do you ever feel like there's a level of oversharing? It's truly like anything is on the table.
For me, dude, honestly, throw whatever at me.
hell yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
no. That's how I feel. Don't do it with everyone, but if conversation is flowing and stuff, like
Conversation.
I'm super down. I'll take your deepest, darkest secrets to the grave.
And what happens in the tattoo session?
Oh yeah.
Stays
No,
in
no.